Hello, and welcome to the Soul of Innovation podcast. I am the host, Thomas Anglero, and my mission for this podcast is to share with you those private thoughts and reflections that I have being one of the top keynote speakers around the world on technology, motivation, and innovation. I hope you truly enjoy all the lessons I share, all the dots I connect that sometimes are just really difficult to get out, but it's all for you. I truly hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome to the Soul of Innovation podcast. I am Thomas Anglero, and I want to share with you a gift. The gift of visualization, the power of visualizing your future, and as they say, manifesting, making it happen. It actually works. It works. It works. It works. You control your destiny. You have to visualize it. This is not joke. This is not hyperbole. This is not, whatever, the hippie mumbo jumbo. Let me give you a bunch of stories of people in my life and how visualization has been the key to their success and the key to their demise. This first person I want to share with you, he grew up extremely wealthy. And I mean, extremely wealthy, not just millions, and not just tens of millions, lots of money. That's how he grew up, him and his family, his brothers and sisters. And then when they got to around 11, they lost it all because their uncle, who was then given the power of the family money, just, wasn't that smart with the money. But for those 11 years, his mother trained him on how to live wealthy, the wealthy mindset, that living in opulence, that taking private airplanes all over the world, having the best of the best, that is the only reality that there was. And this guy, that was it. His DNA was encoded that was his default basis of life. At 11, when they lost all the money, or his uncle lost all the family's money, and everybody started out, it was at zero, his DNA was encoded for one thing, and that was to live a life of opulence, of extreme wealth. He then went to school, got his degree, went back to school, got a bunch of more degrees, kept on working. And today, and I'm filtering a lot of information because I don't want to invade his privacy, he is back to being insanely wealthy. And never, throughout this whole time, I talked to him about it because I was so impressed with him. Why or how did you focus on being wealthy? And what he told me was, I never focused on being wealthy. I always was. It was meant to be. And I mean, he's flipping homes. He's doing all sorts of stuff. And he's just making more and more millions, tens of millions every time he does something. And he's having a wonderful life. And he's not obsessed by money. He doesn't focus on money. He just takes it for granted that he's supposed to be insanely wealthy. His mindset, he visualized at 11, or before he was 11, his mother put in his brain that was the only way for him to exist. So he went to school. When he bought a car, he bought a house. When he married, whatever he did, his visualization was, I am to be massively rich. And it happened. He put in his work. It's not like he sat on his sofa. You cannot sit on your sofa. He put in the work and it happened. And he just expected it to happen. When he negotiated, he expected to get the absolute best deal. Everything was supposed to be the best and everything came out to be the best because he visualized it from before he was 11. That was it. What do you visualize when you look in your future? Do you visualize yourself being where you're supposed to be, with the person you're supposed to be, with the happiness you're supposed to have? I'm not just talking about money. What do you see when you close your eyes and you look into your future? I'm calling you bullshit. What do you see? When I was in high school, I've talked about this before. When I was in high school, I went to high school of extremely wealthy people. I'm probably giving you a crazy impression. I know a lot of wealthy people. I do, but so what? They're really nice people. A lot of them. A hell of a lot of them. And even though I'm from the projects, it doesn't matter. Whatever. My life is an interesting story. And the high school I went to, right, from the projects Lower East Side, very, very poor people, end up going to a rich private school. Everybody's wealthy. And I thought, my God, what chance do I have? I come from nothing. And these people come from everything. They got all the chances. They got all the advantages. They have nepotism riding on their side. Today, a few years ago, we had a reunion, 25-year reunion. And of all those wealthy people who came from wealthy families, only one or two are wealthy and did well. The rest are broken. The rest are divorced. The rest are living day to day. And it took me a while to figure it out. Is that when they were in high school, they didn't visualize themselves as something amazing in the future. They always asked them, because I got to know a lot of them, why do you think this way? Why do you think that way? Why do you say those things? They had such a low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is a curse, let me tell you. You have a low self-esteem of yourself, it's very hard to visualize your happiness in the future. And then you're killing yourself. And they had a low self-esteem. One of these girls, I want to say her name so bad. Let's say the letter A, so I would get close to it. The letter A. So what she wrote an essay that was so beautiful in high school that when the teacher read it out loud, which she never did, I was floored. I didn't think it was possible for anybody I would ever meet in my life to have the ability to write as beautiful as she did. I thought she wrote out of a book. And then after assignment, the teacher would always go, I have to read Mrs. A's essay again. And I was blown away. And then she was a friend of mine. I told her, you write so beautifully that I actually closed my eyes when I listened to the teacher reading an essay. And this is in high school. That's just the way I was. Still am. Today, she's on her second or third husband. Not that that's bad, but she says, I asked her, I said, you had the ability. You were one of the greatest writers I've ever read. It's not like I've read a lot of great writers, but you had all the talent. And our school, which is a school for very amazing, talented people, you were the best of the best. What happened? She goes, I just didn't believe in myself. She couldn't visualize herself to be something amazing. She couldn't see it. She had a low self-esteem. She didn't think highly of herself. What do you think of yourself? Do you pull yourself down? I don't know. I don't even want to close my eyes. I don't even want to do that exercise of closing my eyes and seeing what I see into the future. Man, that is everything. And whatever that picture is of you, you have to turn that around because that is your demise. Do you get it? You have to see what you want in the future. You have to see yourself walking down that street, walking down that hallway. You got to see yourself dressed in the finest clothes. You have to see yourself with the biggest smile, with no wrinkles on your face, your hair absolutely perfect, your spine completely erect, confidence reeking from every pore in your body. That is who you are meant to be, unless you want to visualize yourself on the damn sofa. Extremely overweight with health problems. Who are you? Who do you see? Are you getting it? I remember a time in my life, all these are in my life, but I remember a time I was taking the subway. I was 13 years old, playing basketball for a team, for Boys Club of New York. My team, our Boys Club, our clubhouse was down the Lower East Side, as I mentioned before, in my neighborhood of Manhattan, and we were going up to play the team up in the South Bronx. And back in the day, I was 13, as I said. Back in those days, the best basketball players in the world who ended up in the NBA came from the South Bronx. And we were going up there to play a team, which basically was an all-star team of the kids from the South Bronx. And every year we go up there and we got our butts beaten. And this time we're taking the subway up there to the South Bronx. And I'm sitting there and everybody's joking around as we always did on the subway, right? It's what you do when you're a kid. But I was sitting there by myself, and I just had this picture, this video was playing in my head of me playing up there and me doing this move that I really wasn't familiar with, and I was killing it. It was an unstoppable move going to the basket, making a basket every time. I would go left around people, score. Go right around people, score. Jump up, shoot over people, score. And I was enjoying this train ride, and I was going, wow, what the hell is happening? This movie of me playing out this thing is playing over and over. Finally, we get to the train stop. We get to the gym up in the South Bronx. I killed him. That visualization I did on that subway ride up there, I don't know if that was a glimpse of the future or it was me visualizing and then making the future happen. But let me tell you something. It happened. I killed him. The same moves. Left, right, over, under, was amazing. I'll never forget that, because I understood at that moment, I didn't know it was visualization then. But that's what it was. I visualized myself being the best basketball player I've ever seen, doing things that I've never even trained to do, and I was doing it. Visualization, when you visualize yourself doing something, it will happen. It won't happen. I think this was very rare that it happened only a half hour or an hour later after I had the visualization. I think that's very rare. But in my lifetime, I've visualized myself out of every situation that I've been in. And one time, I was in a really tough situation. Unemployed for a hell of a long time. But I visualized myself being where I needed to be. And it took years before I got there. And during that time, you cannot sit on your ass and not do anything and wait and say, I'm visualizing, it's going to happen. What are you, stupid? You grind, you bust your butt, you do everything you got to do, and you keep on visualizing. Because then the universe or God, Jehovah, whatever you want to call it, this incredible force will help you and put you in front of the people, or and put you in the situation where you're supposed to say what you're supposed to say, make the right turn or left turn you're supposed to make. This is what it's all about. You getting off your butt, you seeing you believing you, letting go of that insecurity, building up that confidence, saying, yes, this is who I am. Who are you? Take a moment right now. Feel my energy. Who do you see when you close your eyes and you look in the future? Whoever that is, rewrite that. Make it better, make it bigger, make it more powerful, make it more enigmatic, make it enormous. Now, in your personality, you may not want that, and that's fine. But don't make it weak. Don't make it sick. Don't make it feeble. Make it powerful. When I visualize myself in the future, I see somebody who is even more powerful than it is today. And guess what? My superpower in the future is that I see myself standing there with pride, charismatic, and quiet. That's what I see. I see so much people giving me respect, and I'm not saying anything. That my presence does all the talking for me. Do you understand? That is a big visualization that I have. And maybe I'm there today, but it's not big enough. Push and 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 go and go and go. Right now, with all the stuff going on in the world, nobody's going to help you. Close your eyes. Visualize. Open your eyes and go. Achieve it. Do it. It's going to be hard. People aren't going to help you. People won't understand you because they can't see what you see when you see your future. You got to achieve that on your own. And it's okay. You're not alone. I love you. I'm with you. I got your back. You're never alone. I got your back. I'm telling you, you can do this. You can do this. It is meant to be. It is in your DNA. It is written in the universe for you to achieve your happiness, your success, your wealth, whatever you want to achieve, the love that you want to have. You just have to visualize it. Close your eyes. Visualize it. Visualize it now, right now. Feel it. See yourself. Smell the air around you as you visualize it. Different air. Maybe you're by the sea. Maybe you're hearing birds. You can see the color of the grass, right? Visualize. You hear the cars honking in the street. Get it? Open your eyes. Now bust your ass to achieve that. And it's going to take some time, but along the way, you're going to experience life. You're going to experience people, and it's going to be beautiful. There are going to be ups. There are going to be downs, and that's called life. But at the end of the day, you will achieve your visualization. Now, let me give you one last secret. When you achieve that visualization, you then close your eyes and visualize yourself. Again, achieving more. It's never over. When I was on that subway ride going up to the South Bronx, and I had that visualization, and after the game was over and I realized that I actually did I lived out that dream, that visualization. I didn't go, is it over? The first thing I did was, can I do that again? I want more. Isn't that beautiful? You've been given a gift of visualizing your future. And when you achieve that visualization, you can close your eyes and visualize even more, forevermore. Your future is yours whenever you want it, as much as you want it. Go forth and spread beauty and light and visualize your life to happiness, success, love, and wealth. This is Thomas Anglero. I love you. You are not alone. You'll never be alone. I'm always here for you. Until the next time. Thank you for listening to that episode. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on my website at anglero.com, and you can also subscribe to the newsletter, or you can find me anywhere on social media with Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you very soon.